going on, everybody? This is another Three Brothers Community Podcast right here at Churchill Smoke Shop. It's Friday night, another Friday night on the hill, man. And this ladies' night, come up and see us. The ladies are not doing anything. The first glass of wine is free on Churchill, and fellas, come and get you a good stick and bring a bottle. $10 bottle fee, don't worry about it. And come have a good time.
Cheapest
Come
date
see your
in
favorite
town.
bartenders. Yeah, come see your favorite bartenders, Dean and Sarita. And as always, I got my right hand man, my partner in crime, Mr. P. Powell to the third power, Mr. Preston Powell, the third. My guy, how you doing today?
Man, it's good to be back on the hill on a Friday with the Good Brothers Committee podcast. Everything's going well. Smoking this week, I'm smoking a Espinosa Gordo made at Estelle Factory. So, gonna go a little medium to full today. Of course, you always got your beverage for Friday. Drink a little bullet. Chad brought in. You got a little Douce over there.
What do you say?
So we'll be feeling fattened with that. Chad, how was your week this week, man?
Long, again, long.
For those who don't know, my man Chad is still in grad school. What you getting your master's again, right? Your master's?
Yeah, I'm getting the MED in school guidance and counseling with focus in mental health counseling. And when I'm done, hopefully I'll be a professional licensed counselor.
Good
PLC.
Good deal. So when we talk a lot about mental health, especially for athletes and things like that on the Good Brothers podcast, Chad's the one that always gives some good insight, some clinical insight into that as we go through that. This week, we were sitting down chopping it up over the week, as we always do around the bar here at Churchill. And one of the things we had talked about, going through some things, we had the Super Bowl last weekend, I thought it was a great game. What did you think?
I did too. It lived up to its billing. Like, we had two African American quarterbacks start in the Super Bowl, and they performed, and that was a real great sight to see. I picked the Chiefs, and they came out on top.
I'm gonna tell you, out of all that game, I was the most impressed with Jalen Hurts.
I was too.
As an LSU Tiger, I ain't try to give no Bama player no kind of credit, but he balled out. He balled out. That one mistake, when he had that fumble, but outside of that, he balled out. And I mean, his throws were accurate, on point. And he did the damn thing. I gotta give him credit for that. He played nip and tuck with Patrick Mahomes. And that game came down to who's gonna have the ball last. I know people were complaining about the penalty on the last play, but clearly, if you watch the replay, he did grab his jersey. Most people say it's ticky tack, but I mean, Chad, you played on that level, in football, as I played basketball. That little tug that holds you up a great deal. It doesn't. It's not. For fans watching, they think it's a little tug, but for that 5-second play on the field, that tug is big.
Right. I mean, the rule said you cannot impede the receiver.
Right.
So that little tug, me personally, give or take, especially that moment. But the main thing is the guy admitted it, he did it, and referee called it, and he stood up for it.
And the reality is the Chiefs was going to kick a field goal regardless.
Right.
Now the only thing is they did the smart thing, ran the clock down, and didn't give Philadelphia a chance to get the ball back. So all in all, I thought it was a great game. We had great atmosphere up in Churchill. All the free food you can eat. We had a ton of cigar giveaways.
Man, yeah.
It was a good time. Had our crawfish. We did it all, as we always do. Every year we always do something big for the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of the Super Bowl, I know a lot of people have heard about the incident with Micheal Irvin.
Right.
If you don't know, Micheal Irvin was suspended for the Super Bowl, which he didn't broadcast in, and he's turned around and decided to sue the Marriott and the lady that individual lady who made some kind of accusation. And you know what I find is funny? You never heard what the accusation is now.
Right.
You don't know what the accusation, because if you don't know, people have come out, the people who's in the bar who saw the interaction have come out in defense of Micheal Irvin. And not only that, there's partial video of the incident that shows, he never went nowhere near the lady. There was no harsh verbal exchange. He just went to his room. So we don't know what the lady reported.
Right.
But what I find interesting in this case is he's turned around and sued them for $100 million. So what
Right.
that's going to do, as we talked about earlier, this is going to set a new bar for when you do false accusations against people.
Right.
I think that's going to be big.
And I agree with you. I mean, why would you do that? Otherwise, trying to seek some type of personal gain, or you didn't get what you thought you was gonna get. So shout out to Micheal Irvin for just being who he was and understanding the brevity of the situation. Super Bowl, he got things to do. And he went to his room. So there you go. There you have it.
You can't take away with how that tarnished his reputation to be removed from a game,
Right.
especially given his history in Dallas and the things he went through in Dallas with false
Right.
accusations. So I mean, I'm really interested to see how this case plays out because I think this case has the potential to set a new standard for this cancel culture kind of atmosphere we in. People falsely accusing people all the time.
I think eventually NFL is going to apologize to Micheal Irvin. I also think that he will win, and again, it's going to set like you said, set new precedents when it comes to uh, making false allegations or accusations against individuals uh, who didn't do anything that purported what you feel like maybe could have been done compared to what should have been done compared to what actually was done, which was nothing.
Right.
Positive. It was positive social interaction, and it was short, and he left.
Yep. So hey, they sued for it, so you know it. We got the Queen of the Hill behind me here in the house.
Hey, hey.
No way y'all think y'all gonna do this and I ain't gonna pop in and say hello, motherfuckers.
Hey, she don't know how to act. She got her tight jeans on today.
Hey, the Queen of the Hill, man, come see her.
He right though. They real tight today, y'all. Yeah, I was fighting to get in there.
See, and
Micheal,
we said
I
up
see you
here.
over there looking.
Michelle, you see it though? You see it?
I be that fly in your eye, like in your
I ain't looking. I ain't looking.
You already did. I done walked past you 12 times and you looked all 12. Look all 12. Flag on the
Damn.
I ain't on nothing. I just want to say, hey, everybody.
Yeah, good deal, good deal.
See, that's why you got to be wholesome around here.
Don't worry about it.
Man,
now you got me fucked up.
So they had almost wholesome on your chair.
Hey man, life was great.
Right. As you see, we always have a good time out here on the hill. So come out and join us if you're not doing anything and enjoy the atmosphere. We have a good time, smoke, talk sports, politics, everything you want to talk about around the bar. Hey, speaking of which, keeping with the suing thing, we all know we talked about this a little bit. Brett Favre decided to sue Pat McAfee, state auditor here in Mississippi, and Shannon Sharp over the Tanner farm. The funny thing about that is, I think it's a ploy. I really do. I think it's attorneys and them decided to do this to scare some people off from reporting on the story. I don't think it's being done to think you can win this because I don't know what you're gonna go through with discovery as far as you're gonna have to admit that you got the money, which he's already did. Hell, he's already paid. How much he's paid back? Almost $1 million.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like almost close to what?
He paid a lot of it back.
Yeah, like close to like the 5 million. He paid a little bit more. Yeah.
I don't know what you're going off of with the defamation. I guess because they called him a thief, and technically the state gave him the money. So I don't see how he wins that. I don't think it's even going to trial. I think he'll dismiss it or settle it before it even get to that point because I know you don't want to go through no kind of discovery and stuff like that.
Well, I think it's a deflective move on top of anything else. It's just a ploy, like you said, for him to deflect all the attention of what has been done. The text messages are there. It's been proven he's a part of it. He asked for that money. and that money was used for something that was not other than what it was supposed to be used for.
Right, right.
So what more are you looking for?
Yeah, I don't understand. Like I said, it's all in the point to keep people talking about it. But his brand is already damaged. There ain't much you can do about that.
Like I said last week, Brett Favre was one of my favorite players. I used to follow him at USM. We was there. I remember he beat Alabama. My respect level, there is none.
Right, right. That's Jack. But then Phil Bryant is still some of the brunt of all that.
Phil Hustle,
Well, that's what happened.
former
So,
Governor Phil Hustle,
mm-hmm.
and now he promoting a house for a mental health house to help daddies out.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Really?
okay then.
What's that called?
What is it? Lights House? I don't know, man. I see the commercial. I just sit there and shake my head.
Is it the state of Mississippi?
It's still in Mississippi, yeah.
Oh wow. I didn't even know.
Right, like real. Matter of fact, if you trade your car in, you can write it as a tax off or something.
Oh yeah, I saw that commercial. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
I wouldn't care if I had 20 cars.
Right, right.
If Phil Hustle is attached to it, he can't even get my remote control car.
Right. Oh, good deal. So, speaking of staying with football, Coach TC has put together a pretty good class over at Jackson State for the year coming up behind Prime. But, we really acknowledge they had a tragedy on campus recently. Did the individual?
Oh, you talking about Vols? Vols got sick. He had a health malady, and we having cardiac arrest at the hospital. So shout out to him and prayers to him.
Have you heard of anything about Florence?
I haven't heard of anything as far as his condition right now, but I'll find out. Hopefully, someone to take me. Hey, so you listening right now? Inbox me, text me, DM me, so we can tell everyone how's he doing. And he's always in our prayers. Continue prayers to his parents as well, because I think his dad was traveling from I think South Carolina, North Carolina.
Big prayers up for that.
Nonetheless, he's still a Tiger. So
yeah, right. Well, what's that saying you say before every game day? All
the Tigers got the hump.
Yeah, there you go. Good deal. So what else happened this week that we can talk before we wind it down for our Friday podcast on ladies' night? It's starting to get filled up in here a little bit.
Oh yeah. Again, y'all, Governor said Jackson was the murder capital of the world. Can you believe that?
Man, that was a bad statement. First of all, it's not true. It's not true. As an individual who grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana, yes, we have some issues here in Jackson, but most people don't talk about that. What is it? Like 95% of the murders in Jackson are solved within 2 weeks, because most of the murders here are domestic. You don't have a lot of random killings.
Right.
So to say that that's ridiculous. Should have never been said. Should have never been broached, especially out of the governor's. That was unnecessary.
Well, like I said, Preston, for me, I said on Twitter today, it was just another opportunity for him to dispel Jackson, to try to push this try to justify the unjustifiable things that he's already have done and said, and his attempts to continue to push his political platform over, especially with his political regime. I didn't say party, I said regime. And also to try to bolster some type of push in his low approval rating. Because as a governor, he sucked.
Well, actually, saying that do support the narrative of what we talked about last week with the state house passing that CCID,
right?
Community Improvement District, where they cutting out a portion of Jackson, and the governor's office of the state, so to speak. It's taking over from
Right.
with the attorney general. In fact, you can watch last week's episode. We kind of show the map
Right.
of
Cool.
what they're trying to cut out, for the state to have control. So we're trying to get that done. What's going on, Chief? You doing all right? Right over there. Right back there.
But yeah, Preston, man, like the map was, evident of what they're trying to do. They're trying to take all the power from Jackson and give it to the state. Come on now.
Which has to be unconstitutional. So I can't see it lasting long. I can't see it passing the muster. And I'm sure the city of Jackson is going to sue, and they'll
Right.
keep it from Sharita get your suit sent over there. Yeah, so the city of Jackson can sue you. It won't. I can't see it passing much. Well, and look, it hadn't passed the city yet either, and
Right.
the governor hadn't signed it, so it's still got a little ways off. And I think some of the backlash they're getting over
Right.
this, they'll reevaluate, what they're trying to do.
What's going to end up happening is, for it's all said and done, there's going to be some federal lawsuits that come down the pipe. And you got the answer for all of this hidden discrimination and racism, this institutionalized racism that you already have done.
Yeah.
Everybody got a judgment day. And Tay Reeves, look at my face. Your judgment day is coming positive.
Well, I mean, the way everybody's talking now, the political climate, they talk like he'll have he might have some opposition in the primary. So,
I mean, look at Rankin County. The FBI finna investigate them.
well, that's rare to have a primary on an incoming governor. So, we'll see how that flesh out. We'll keep an eye on that. Maybe have some people come on. We do have some people from the state party want to come on and talk about some of the issues in the state. We might have that maybe coming up.
Right.
In a week or so. They asked me on this week that we couldn't get the schedule right. Well,
Right.
I don't want, I could have did the interview, that's like straight on, but I like, want to do it in the atmosphere of the shop and have, outside people that have the opportunity to question some of these people,
Right.
their voices heard. And, one thing about the Good Brothers podcast, what we want to do, we want to make it natural and want to make it a part of the culture we have here with the Good Brothers committee. As far as, being able to discuss any and everything, various topics, we're not a monolithic in our thought. So we want to make sure everybody can have an opportunity, to be able to say what they feel, what they believe, and discuss it and see if they can stand on it.
Right. So as always, hey, we thank you guys. Please go to the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share. You got any ideas or any topics you'd like to touch, please inbox us or DM us. And if you want to be on, just let us know. We're going to try to continue to grow this thing to where you're able to call in and communicate with us and communicate to our listeners as well. As always, we thank you. And please feel free to come join us right here at Churchill Smoke Shop on the Good Brothers Community Podcast.
We appreciate you guys.
Peace.
Take care.